Alrighty, so I am doing this fabric. This fabric has this design, and then it kind of geometrically continues, and I assume tiles outward in diamond shapes. I'm giving myself a crosshairs just to roughly center my pattern on, and then I'm going to create a few of those diamond shapes just by lightly sketching in my diamond. And then I'm going to repeat it so that hopefully I'm creating a little swatch that I could use. Oh. Okay. It's a little messy right now. It'll get there. Honestly, continuing it out this way might be the way to go. So just like we did with if you were dividing up things for the digital project that we did. Okay. So now I'm going to sketch in the actual design, which kind of on each of my points comes in a little bit for like a little arrow head shape. And then has a zigzag. Yeah.
How many papers?
So I think each paper cuts into like 6, so you might just make your 10 for now, because we'll have different papers. Like we'll have a different papers for marker and for watercolor as well.
If we want to do the colored pencil swatches on Bristol, can we?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just trying this paper. And it's nice, but you can do it on Bristol if you prefer that. I think I have a bit more Bristol left in my tote, but I will get some more in case anybody wants to do their final renderings on it.
I have some Bristol.
Okay. So I kind of have to think about how this is going to be the hardest part, is figuring out how this zigzag fits together, because it's like this little lightning bolt-esque thing. Which I guess maybe I should just do the inside. You do not have to do the border. It's how my brain is happy.
What did
but,
you cut yours to?
I cut mine to 4 inches by 4.5 inches, so that I have room to like label them at the bottom.
Okay, I did 4.5 by 4.5.
Oh, that should be
Can my
fine.
squares be 3.5 by 3.5?
Yeah. All right. I just need to think about how much bigger this needs to be here. Oh, this one actually is more straight. All right. So now and Okay. Whew. That's close enough. Honestly, I might be like, okay, and then I'd have another one. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my eraser and erase out anything extra, because remember, I don't want to leave extra graphite on there, especially if I plan on doing any blending. Which this one, I probably won't even do that much blending, but because I'm going to, yeah, do a lot of like stripes and colors. And if I do too much blending, it'll blend those colors right into the mud. And I want to keep the nice, like, warm white tone. It looks a little cool on the camera. It's pretty warm. So I'll sketch out this basic shape. At least give myself that reference. I might want another one across here where okay. And now I'm going to look at my colors. I have a, let's see, I have a good yellow I can use for this. I have a good orange. I think this green will work. What I don't have is a turquoise. Grab that. That'll work. Oh, and a hot pink. I'm gonna save the black and like the grayish white color for last. And I'll let them handle any of the blending that I plan to do. So it's usually just helpful to sit down and think about how you want to accomplish things. Maybe grab your sketchbook and have it next to you so that you can, you know, do some doodling off to the side. If you're like, how would I do this shape? I can practice it. I always advocate doing things like that. So looking at this, what this is it's a color changing yarn that's going just through like variegation that's woven into here, and it's slubby, so some of it's thick and some of it's thin, and that's why you see more of it sometimes than the other. And I'm just going to begin by putting in some of these little slubs. And one thing I'm noticing is that the yellow is always next to the orange. And so you'll see through here spots where like all of the same color is lining up almost in a diagonal. That's called pooling when you're talking about using a variegated yarn like this, because it's dyed in basically long loops that are the skein, and then these color repeats because mathematically they're repeating the same across each time, but maybe not to the same dimensions that it's dyed initially. It'll like skew across. Like I said, big fabric nerd, love myself some fabric, love to make fabric. So because I know about this pooling, it's going to be relatively easy for me to know where these colors should be because I'm looking for these pools that are traveling at a diagonal.
Do you mind if you put the fabric also in the upper too?
Yeah, it just can't,
Oh.
like there's just, you
Oh,
know,
I see.
it's big.
Okay.
But I can put it here so that you can at least see the texture.
So some will be honest with you, some swatches are just more print than it is texture. Is that okay?
Yeah, because you need practice rendering prints as well. I would just try to make sure it's a variety. It's not all print, it's not all just texture.
And that I have, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, across your 10. Okay. All right. I feel like I've got enough orange in there. Let's put in the pink. The pink tends to come just a little offset from the orange. And there's a little bit less of it, maybe. Maybe not.
When you go add in your yellow,
Eventually.
okay. Are you deciding just when are you going to add the colors in when you want to, or are you just going to focus on one color until you don't see that color anymore and then move to the next? Or
I am just focusing on one color at a time, and then I just grab the next one that I feel makes the most sense to me.
okay.
And I'm doing all of these little, like, stripe colors first. That way I don't have to think about leaving room for them while rendering in, like, my black and this, like, cream color. I have to think about leaving room for the cream, but not really about every individual color. Okay, let's do blue. The blue comes next to the pinks, mostly, it looks like.
Let me get a rubber band.
Okay. And then there's gonna be yellow will be next. And I'm just looking at how the fabric is dyed. So the yellow travels into orange, and then the pink and the orange goes into blue, and then yellow. So it's just these really short color repeats. And you probably don't need to be that analytical about it to get the feel of the color across. It's just, like I said, I really like fabric, so I'm paying attention to that. I'm actually going to use this minty green on the end of my blues to transition it nicely into the yellow. Because why not? I have it up here. And just make sure as you like finish up a sample that you return any extra color pencils that you no longer need. That way the class consistently has access to them. So if you're at home, you know, you're always welcome to watch this video and just like mute me and put on music in the background. Guess you could do that in class too. Alright. The colors in here. Okay. Any other? I'm gonna hold off, kind of keep my colors here, and now I need to go look for probably a black and a gray.
Sort of a technical question on stuff.
Yeah. One moment here. I'll be right there with you.